and we were stuck. Uh-oh. We lost all on this tire. All. Every single one. They're all gone. I see one in the road.
This is going to be part 2 of the, I guess we're calling them snow spikes. Casey came up with the name, so whatever. What does Casey know? What we're going to do to fix these guys is we're going to take and weld some chain links kind of in a C shape. It depends on how easy they are to get off the other pieces of chain link. Probably going to weld them at a slight angle just so they don't interfere with anything. They're not sticking out too far, but not, you know, obviously straight down so they're messing with the tire. So we're probably just going to do a slight angle and we'll get those welded on. And then once we get that figured out, I might try to end up making my own little, you know, out of just some round stock, make my own. That way I can do a bar here and maybe a bar here so we can run them in this orientation or in this orientation. You know, I was thinking for the snow, this is probably plenty. You don't want to dig too deep in the snow, but for the sand, I think this would be pretty sweet with it going forward, you know, the flat face going towards the front of the vehicle, give you some good traction. And then once we do that, we can also flip them and run this way if it's too much, and we just get a little bit more height out of it. I gotta go find some chain for this. I have some laying around somewhere, and we'll start cutting these up and getting them welded on. What's up, dude? Found some chain. It's fucking wet, just like everyone watching this video. All right, wow, that was really bad. I guess we could do a little test fit, see if these are big enough. If not, it's not big enough, I'll tell you that much right now. This chain is like average, I would say. You know, it's nothing to write home about, but it'll get the job done. You know, this was being used, so obviously it's big enough. It's fine. Yeah, it'll work. It'll work. God, like butter. It's so amazing. We got that guy off. I think I might cut these flat. That way they just kind of weld on there. Originally what I wanted to do was get some round bar and just bend some on my own. But I'm lazy and I don't want to do that. But the advantage to that would be, which I don't think it's really going to be that much of a problem, but with this, you know, welding these on right here, I'm only going to have a weld point here and here. And if I bent one and it was a solid piece, I could weld it all the way across the top. Is that going to be a problem down the road? Well, that's a problem for future me, and fuck that guy. I'm going to cut these off straight. So that's what we're going for. Kind of going to do that. That looked good to me, man. Now we just got to do that 2 for each one. So 16 times? Yeah. Shut up, Casey. I know how to do fucking math. Thank you. So now we just got to do that 16 more times. I got the chain links cut out. I'm going to clean these up a little bit, probably on the wire wheel, and get them to somewhat cleaned up. I'm just worried that these edges are still going to be too sharp when I put these on here, and we're going to end up having the same problem. But yet another thing for future me to deal with, because fuck that guy. That's hot. That's really hot. That brings a whole new meaning to beer goggles. We got these guys all welded up. We did 2 different versions. This one takes a lot longer because you have to cut an entire chain link out of the way. So you get, this is 1 chain link, and this ended up wasting 2 chain links technically. Like this one that's on here, and then you got to cut one off completely so you can get this out of it. So, I mean, this has got a lot more weld on it, so it might do better. But if these ones hold, I don't think it'll be even worth taking the time. But we did one just to see. We can put this on 1 tire and just do a 1-wheel peel when we're up there in the snow and see how it does, see if it holds up better than one of these. And we'll torture test both of them and then test them out, get stuck, and see how they work. We do a good job. As you could tell from Dylan's video that he graciously took when we were driving through this ditch, we are thoroughly stuck. We got the safety Subi here ready to help us out if we need it. But I think what the plan is, we're going to torture test these because this is going to be a lot of weight on the back end and it's going to dig down real deep to get out of here. The only thing I'm worried about is the front end not coming out. But if we have to, we'll just back down and we'll get out one way or the other. We'll see how they do and really stress test them this time and make sure that those straps are going to do their job. As long as they don't fall off, that's all I care about. They could move back and forth, but as long as they don't fall off and get cut, we'll start putting them on. I didn't set these up. Like I should have taken these out and cut them like we did the other ones, but oh well. I'm gonna just go nice and easy. I don't obviously want to break my axle because if these grab real tight real fast, I'll be snapping axle shafts. So we're just gonna try to pull out of it nice and easy, see how it does, and we'll just go from there. I'm gonna take the e-brake off this time because I didn't take the e-brake off last time. And just like I thought, the front end's the only thing that really had a problem. Tracks that it makes in the snow. See, if the snow was a little deeper, it wouldn't be hitting the ground so hard. Well, you know, I'm really happy with how those turned out. They did a really good job. I mean, other than that one strap that was messed up, that broke because it was already pre-torn, we didn't have a single problem. And we really, I mean, I put some power to those things and they did impressively good. So I think some thicker straps just to be on the safer side and maybe making them out of aluminum. I'm really interested to see on the aluminum if maybe we could cut them out and soften the edges and integrate that loop into the actual aluminum if, you know, we got a CNC plasma cutter or something and cut that out, or a water jet, and see how that would do. Yeah, I'd just be really interested to see how those would stand up physically. Because these ones, I'm not worried about them breaking. I'm more worried about the straps in this situation. But if we get the straps figured out, and then we make these out of aluminum to make them lighter and easier to work with, I'd be really interested to see if those would be able to stand up to the forces, which I don't see why not. Make the bottom out a 1/4 inch, make the top out a 1/4 inch. I mean, you're still saving half the weight probably, so I think it'd be pretty good idea to do that. I just got to get a TIG welder. I need more people to watch my YouTube videos, and don't forget, I have a Patreon. If you like these videos, you know, I'm not going to beg you to sign up for it. It would help out a lot.